The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. The Panthers kicker Graham Gano set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. This is Howard on 2nd down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern and gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play it worked for big yardage.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Lock in.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard taking it in. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Moore now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And his first look is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And, boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Shreds the tackle. They find some open field here. And now look at him go. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Hicks in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Flush to his right, and that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. From the gun, here's Newton. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Chicago getting set to get the ball here again. Looking back to their Thanksgiving victory over Detroit. Look, they're leading the NFC North. They won this one 23-16. And how about the 32-year-old Chase Daniel? He was really good.
He certainly was. 27 of 37, 230 pass yards, 2 touchdowns. One to Taquan Mizell in the second quarter for 10 yards. And how about that 14-yard pass to Tariq Cohen in the 4th? And you notice his touchdown celebration. I'm tired and I need a nap. They got it done in a big way, but one of the reasons Chase Daniel's so valuable to them is he prepares like he's going to start, understands his role, and can play well with limited practice time. All they had were walkthroughs because of the short turnaround from their previous game from Thursday.
Yeah, just his third career start, first in almost 4 years. He did his thing. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Lock in.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Lock in.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Panthers offense trots back out there, and this is a team that has now lost 3 straight, so they were 6-2, now 6-5. You saw their last loss against Seattle. That was a tough one to swallow.
It certainly was, because they couldn't ring the bell in the red zone. That was the problem. They got down inside the 10 and didn't put enough touchdowns on the board, and that came back to haunt them. Now, people are going to look at their schedule and think, okay, they can get right the next 2 weeks, because they go to Tampa Bay and then they go to Cleveland. Well, Tampa can put 500 yards of offense on you at the drop of a hat, and they won last week, so they feel better about themselves. And how about Cleveland? They're on a winning streak. 2 straight wins, and they vanquished Cincinnati last weekend. So none of these are going to be easy for Carolina. Greg Olsen, their tight end, put it best. People said, hey, can you get on a 3-game winning streak? He said, 3? Let's start with 1 and try and get back on the beam.
They also do have to face New Orleans still twice going down the stretch. And he'll get this up to about the 40. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Come on, gotta go. Lock in.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Run.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. On 2nd down, Trubisky throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A Chicago 1st down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And this is going to be incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Newton on 1st down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Newton. Flushed out right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Gano's kick is right through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. Want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Newton. And incomplete. Greg Olsen Wilson was the intended target. And now it's second down. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165,000. It's live on Twitch, Charles. Starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong. And I love the imagination that you see in how they play because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent. And the best part, $165,000 on the line. You and I better hone up our games.
Yeah, some people looking for some early holiday gifts there in the Madden Classic. Throwing on third down, Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Newton to throw. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. We go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a 3-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door with just 3 losses. KC with 2. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And bulldozing his way through. Caught out left side by Robinson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On second down, here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A give to Howard. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a run with McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Newton on 1st down. Caught left side by Funchess. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funchess, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. They're going to try and run for it. And he is not going to reach the goal line. A courageous call to try for 2, but they will remain down by a point. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
18.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Running with Howard. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jonathan Bullard in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
20.
One last throw here for Newton. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.